Yeah, I know, I just said that.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to SBKLive number 9. We have a fantabulous, and fantastical show for you guys this evening. We have our normal guests, Geraldus or William. I like calling you William, by the way. I'm going to do that from now on.
All right. Can you call me Big Willie style at least?
And then I'm going to let the music play so that interrupts me while I'm talking, so that's also good. And then we have our other regular guest, Frederick.
What up?
Or Chitinsky.
What up?
And then we have a brand new guest who I'm not really sure what we should address him as. He can maybe introduce himself and we can go from there. But he's known as Vince or the Simitachi or Vincenzo.
Hello.
How would you like us to address you on the show?
You could go Simi, Vince, or Tachi.
Simi, Vince, or Tachi. I like Tachi.
Okay.
Oh, Tachi-san.
Or John's ELO booster.
That's it.
Before we get into
Also,
the show,
Hey.
Can
Let's
I
We're
explain
talking
that.
about Dyson fans, real quick.
No, can I point out
Magic.
that my webcam is just freaking out right now, and just on occasion I'm gonna freeze in place. Don't worry, I'm not
There it
actually
is.
frozen.
There it is.
I'm still alive.
I see him. He's moving on my screen. Anyway, we do have a great show. We're going to be talking about kind of popular topics since yesterday. If you guys can't see the title above there, we're going to be talking about the X Games and MLG pairing and making a cluster, if you know what I mean. And then we're going to be talking about some morals and people's standards and difference in culture and stuff like that a little later. And then we're going to end it off with some trivia that I will not be running this week. I will actually not be
That's
taking the reins of the trivia game this week. Billy's going to be doing that, so that should be fun.
It's all complicated math questions.
And I'm going to get every single one right. So, do that. Yeah, Foreign says that I only have mods that watch. Yeah, no, it's not that I only have mods that watch. Well, it is that, but it's just that I just mod everybody. If you watch my stream, you get to be a mod. It's a good time. All right, so first
Unless
off,
you're Simitachi.
Yeah.
Sap,
Actually, I don't want to be a mod because then I'm unique.
that's true. Neither
Their
is
little
Sap. Okay, so let's get right into the X Games. So I think we might have a difference of opinion, which is awesome. This is kind of why I wanted Vince to be on this week's show.
We already fought over it, so.
Did you?
Physically, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
Did
punched
you
him
guys?
in the face.
I
Did
think
you guys
my
work it
argument was
out?
better, at least.
Did you guys work
No,
it out?
I got a black guy, and I'm kind of sad right now.
Okay. All
Sorry,
right,
it's not
so
okay.
what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have Freddie. You talk about it first, and then we're gonna go from Freddie to Vince, then to Billy, and then I'm just gonna kind of.
calendaring,
I like
not
like that you like that, so I'm gonna make you do the opposite of that.
I don't know how to start it.
It doesn't matter. Why don't you tell us about it first? Tell us what's going on, and then we can go from there.
Well, Call of Duty is going to be played at the X Games. And X Games stands for Extreme Games.
Yes, it does.
So I don't understand how it's going to be played at the X Games because it doesn't make sense. But it's also kind of cool
Okay.
for a video game to be played and how much exposure it's going to get now.
So you're saying that
Maybe people will take it seriously and it'll turn into a better sport.
Oh, careful with that wording.
It's an e-sport.
So basically, the overall gist of it is that Call of Duty is having an MLG championship or an MLG event at where the X Games are taking place, and it's going to be a part.
Are they going to do that on like the giant ramp? Like, they should just get on top of the giant ramp at the X Games and play Call of Duty there. And if you lose, you get pushed down it.
That would be funny, but it's not going to happen. So
That
that's
sounds dangerous.
So basically, what's
Extreme,
happening is
yeah.
that it's part of the event. The winners will get an X Games gold medal, right? That's been
Yeah.
confirmed.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So they're going to be given medals for an extreme sport event for playing a video game. So I think what we have to take away from this is that it's not, first of all, the discrepancy in this whole thing isn't really that it's a video, or it isn't really that it's Call of Duty, because it really has nothing to do with that, right? Is that can we all agree on that?
It's a video game.
It has nothing to do with Call of Duty at all. It's just that this happens to be a Call of Duty event that's being featured at the X Games. So if it was like,
But a lot of people like to hate on competitive Call of Duty.
That's
like
true.
If this was League of Legends, they're like, oh my god.
but it would
this
be the same
so
argument,
awesome.
right? It would be
No,
the same.
not really.
It would be the same argument, in my
But,
opinion. It would
A lot less people would be arguing.
maybe. What if? All right, just as a side note, on a funny
Most
side note,
definitely,
before we
most
go to Vince real quick. What if the game being played for the championship was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2? Then what?
That would be perfect.
Would it
I
be
think a lot
okay
of people
then?
would like it. That'd be great.
Would it count? Would you be like, oh man?
I would watch it.
Okay, all right. That's just
That game would be so
least I-
fucking boring to watch
Oh, my.
competitively.
it would. It would.
No, man.
No, it
No.
really would be, because you can do anything you goddamn want. It's going to be fucking pros just grinding rails in
Grinding
a
for 10
circle
years.
for the whole time.
Okay, so let's skip right over to Vince because I know that he's literally over there twitching.
I'm
I
getting
saw him. I
irritated.
saw him twitching at the chance to talk about it. So go ahead. What do you think about it?
Okay. The fact that
Wrong.
we're putting a game which requires people pretty much just to have opposable thumbs to play at the X Games, which is, as you guys said, extreme games. Like
Extreme sports.
skateboarding, big ramp, anything else related to X Games. I haven't watched it in a bit, actually. And it kind of pisses me off more so the fact that they're going to get gold medals and stuff than it actually does it being featured there. Because
Have
you
not
should not
saw
get it.
the
You should not get
chats?
some sort of gold medal for being able to play a video game.
Okay,
mean-
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that aspect of say like I understand the whole championship and getting medals thing. I think that what I don't like about it is that they're getting it for the X Games event. It's an actual X Games medal. Like people that have won it in the past are people like Tony Hawk, right? I mean, like people like that,
Sean White.
right? Those are people that
Now
have won,
Parasite's gonna get one.
right? Like those
No,
are people.
Parasite won't win.
These are people that have won X Game medals, and now someone. I mean, who are the top? So Optic Envy,
It's probably gonna be Complexity. Honestly.
Complexity.
Aches is gonna win a gold medal.
like okay,
Like,
so
that
this
tells you
guy,
something.
so this guy is going to have one of the
Nickel
same
level.
medals in his house or in his little trophy
As
championship
Tony Hawk.
case as Tony Hawk or Sean White. Like, that's where it gets me. I don't care that they're winning a medal for this to the event. Like, if MLG was like, well, instead of a big trophy this year, we're going to be giving out medals. Like, whatever. That's cool. If it says, like, MLG Championship 2014 on it, that's fine. But the fact that they're going to have the same exact medal as some of these other literal extreme sport legends, that's what gets me.
I have
Here's why it doesn't bother me, right? That they're going to get a medal. I don't care if they're going to get a medal because it's not that someone at the X Games got a medal because they can ride a piece of wood with wheels. It's because they're at that top tier of people who can do that.
Mm-hmm.
People playing in this Call of Duty tournament are going to be the top tier of people playing Call of Duty. So technically, granted, the skills are entirely different and don't mesh together. In their skill set, they're still the best in the world at it. So it doesn't bother me one bit.
It doesn't bother you at all that they're at the same event and getting the same exact medal
Okay,
as
so
these
this
other
is-
people.
So I was looking at the X Games thing. So for doing the best in a video game, they will get the same gold medal as Dave Mira, who landed a double backflip. He landed a double back. How many people here, by a show of hands, can land a backflip on a bike?
I can.
You're
can.
such a liar.
No one saw your hand.
When was the last time
Dave
you
Mira.
even were on a bike?
I rode my nephew's little tiny bike for like 15 seconds the other day, but then I thought the wheels were gonna pop. 'cause I'm like, so I stopped.
I mean, you realize that Matt Hoffman landed a no-handed 900-degree spin on a BMX,
Nothing.
and that got him the gold medal.
But see, the thing is, it's not. It doesn't matter the things that they're doing compared to the people playing Call of Duty, right? Because when the X Games came out, there were people arguing the same thing, saying, "Oh, people who ride a skateboard on a ramp don't deserve to win anything. It's just a stupid little thing they do." So what if that whole process had just continued and like no one ever cared about it? Then we wouldn't be having this conversation because there wouldn't be X Games. There needs to be room for new things to come in for entertainment to expand and offer opportunities for new players so things keep growing.
What if poker went to the X Games? How would that play? That's not physical. like
Okay,
video games.
if you brought poker into the X Games, there would need to be something extreme about it. Like every
flaming
time,
card.
every time they folded their hand, they got something thrown at them. I don't know, like
Taser.
No, but like that's
yeah,
the kind
they
of
got tased.
that's the kind of the thing that that makes it not in the same category. Like when you think of skateboarding, when that first like got into it, in the whole realm of extreme, or bike, the BMX biking and dirt bike, all of those things when they got added in, like every single one of those, you literally could break bones doing any of them and get severely injured. Like that's what made it extreme. The only way you're getting injured playing Call of Duty is if you don't eat, sleep, you stare at the monitor too long, you pull a muscle in your thumb. Like none of it is extreme. None of it has potential for life or death, injuries. Like that's the problem.
I mean,
Like, why are you putting so much emphasis though on extreme? Because I mean, when the first one happened, it was called Extreme Games, and they dropped Extreme for X because they knew that
Swag,
not everything in there would have to be extreme. Like,
well, the X stands for extreme. It still stands for extreme.
I think they might have changed it just to make it kind of roll off the tongue quicker. That might be the reason that they changed it, more so than your reasoning.
I don't know. I feel like that they probably had a good reason other than branding is a good reason to change. I'll give you that. It's true.
Fracture on the
it's a possibility.
That again, I don't want to take away from the success of video games as an event kind of thing. Like I still have hesitancy with calling it an e-sport or whatever. That's besides the point. That's a completely different argument. My problem with it is that you're now putting these non-athletes in the same category as actual athletes, and then awarding them the same level of commendation as those actual athletes. And that's ultimately where I have the issue with it. And again, I don't want to take anything away from the possibility of the pro video game scene becoming bigger, because I mean, something that we take I don't know, like we take away from other video games like League of Legends, who has like 30 plus million people watching their championships, whenever it's on.
Not 30 million, but okay.
No, yeah, it actually it was 30. What was it? This last one was 32 million or something crazy like that. Anyway, but either way, like something like that, where that's not a pro sport either. That's not a sport. They just sit there and use their mouse and keyboard. But yet so many people watch. I don't want to take away from how like large of a scale it is, but at the same time, you can't put it on the same pedestal as someone who has to go out and train physically and mentally to do any of those specific tasks. I don't know.
I missed half that. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but
I just don't see it being a problem and why people would care about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I care because
it's not like it's one
Games-
person. It's not like there's one person at ESPN saying we want Call of Duty. Doesn't matter what you guys think. It's obviously a giant decision they've made, and they know people are gonna like it, and they're gonna make money off it, and gaming's gonna make money off it, and they're gonna see it as success most likely.
My problem is when I want to watch X Games, I want to watch people like the big ramps and like skateboards, BMX, and them doing stuff that I could never see myself doing.
Extreme gaming.
dude, the thing is, there's so many things in the X Games that I wouldn't want to watch. Like, I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have fucking barefoot water skiing. Like, do I give a shit about that?
But it's
No,
things
that's in there.
Well, it's things that we will probably never do, for one, and things that are highly tied in with risk and honestly the possibility of death. I mean,
carpal tunnel, son.
Yeah,
carpal
you
tunnel.
can live with carpal tunnel. You can't live with a broken neck. Well,
yeah, you
can,
totes can.
But you get what I'm saying is the problem is when I want to go watch X Games, I want to watch something that's exciting. And honestly, gaming is, for one, it is very exciting to me because I pay way too much attention to it. But it's not as exciting as watching someone do like a double backflip on the big ramp.
So, what makes you more upset? The fact that there's going to be there's gaming now, like video games in the X Games, or if the X Games just changed their name to Games to accommodate it? What would be more upsetting?
I'm not. I mean, they can do whatever they want. Obviously, it's the X Games. It's not the Vince Games, so I can't really choose.
Vince Games.
Ooh, we
Vince
should
Games.
start that.
But I just think that if they're going to start accommodating gaming, then there should. I don't know.
No, on one hand, so I understand the draw for it again, because not only do you have that same kind of the same kind of players that would play a game like Call of Duty or whatever, anything like that, are going to be the same general genre and subculture that is going to want to watch the X Games and possibly even participate in them. Like, that's the same kind of culture there. So I can see the draw for it, and I can see why MLG wanted it, and I could probably see even why like ESPN and the X Games wanted to bring that in, because they're going to bring in a lot of other potential viewers to the rest of it. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So like, it's smart on that end. I just don't agree with the equality, I guess, of putting them on the same level. And that's really ultimately where I have the issue, not so much that they're combining. I think that if they had their own, like, I don't know, I almost feel like they had their own branch or like their own event kind of thing that was
You mean
tied
like MLG?
That's what I mean, like MLG, but MLG could have another event or invitational that was separate from the X Games, but the same. Even if they had it at the same, I don't know. I think ultimately, I just have the problem with them getting the same reward.
But see, the thing
That's
is,
what it is.
like for years, people argued that, like at the X Games, the things that people were doing shouldn't be considered sports. Like, hitting a mega ramp, competitively shouldn't be a sport. People are like, it's not football, it shouldn't be a sport. So I'm now saying that something like gaming isn't at the same line as that, as like, oh, they're being competitive, right? Just as competitive as anybody else.
Right.
Just because it doesn't involve risk or needing to lift weights or anything of that sort doesn't make it any less of a competition. So why should they not be entitled to the same thing? Or it's something outside of sports, like, so there's people who like listen to, whatever, classical music, and I'm sure they're like, well, new music isn't music. They shouldn't be able to win awards. There shouldn't be Grammys going to hip hop artists. Like, why would they do that? That's not music. But in every regard, it is music.
Right.
And they practice their craft just like anybody else. Just because they don't have to hit a ramp to practice their craft, they put in just as much time and just as much, effort.
Well,
not
would you
necessarily,
agree?
like,
Would you
work.
agree though that the amount of skill and effort to put into a game like Call of Duty is nowhere near the scale of the time and effort and training to put into a freestyle BMX rider?
Say that about anything though. Like biking might not be on the same part as skateboarding. I mean, it still makes it a sport though.
Pro Call of Duty players probably put in as much time, if not more time, than professional BMXers do. Just because they can. It's not as hard on their bodies, so they can do it.
Yeah. And that's the thing where people have gotten upset about the esports thing. And people have argued for esports that they put in the 14 to 16 hours. But if these football players, basketball players could, they would put in the 14 to 16 hours because they want to, but like you said, their body just can't take it. They can only do it for like 4 hours, 5 hours at the most per day because they can't deal with it.
So don't you think that separates the two though?
No, I don't think it separates it at all. I mean, you think
I'd be like, so
at the Olympics, right? So there's boxing at the Olympics. Man versus man, the complete epitome of sportsmanship, right?
Freddie,
you
you
defeating
need to
somebody
focus.
else.
Focus on here, not the chat, please.
And then there's
That's why I
baton
banned him.
twirling. Like
You banned
at the Olympics, baton twirling. Do you think that should be at the Olympics because they don't have to work as hard as a boxer?
Baton twirling's hard, actually. I tried it.
I guess my point ultimately is like, so I can literally I can practice doing anything. It doesn't have to be hard. Like, so why can't I make, cell phone sales an Olympic event? Like, come watch me sell 10 phones in an hour and convince everyone that they need accessories for those. That's silly.
If you made that competitive, it could be an Olympic sport.
That's silly.
There's like, it's called the Olympics of like, the people who stand outside of stores and fucking spin signs. I think in Georgia there's every year an annual like games for that where people come and they
Dude, I
spin
gotta
signs.
go see that.
That is a real thing.
See, but my point is that like there has to be different levels. Like it can be a championship and it can be a competition and it can be professional, it can be paid, it can be all of that. But ultimately there are harder activities than others, and one should not be compared to others.
Well, there's always going to be an activity harder than anything. So
What about the hardest
boxing-
activity?
So in your situation, if I thought that only the hardest thing you could do, let's say bench pressing 1,000,000-pound boulders, is the only sport there is, then nothing else can be a sport.
Oh shit, 1,000,000.
So there are no sports because no one can bench press a 1,000,000-pound boulder.
Well, that's why there's the world's strongest man competitions. Is people are going for the 1,000,000-pound boulders. I mean, you gotta. I think everything can become like Olympic competitiveness, Olympic style competition, but it's does it draw people in, or do people want to watch it? Is there a lot of competition to be the best? And how hard is it to be good at it? Because then you realize all these things at the Olympics, people have to train their entire lives for.
Right. And that's kind of my point too. Is it like the level of training and commitment, like that goes into something like an actual physical Olympic sport that is, world renowned, whatever, that every country around the world is sending people to. That's the only thing that they've ever done their entire life. And you compare that to be like, oh well, it's on the same competition level as making sure you spawn trap on B and hold down A and C, in the middle of the game. And like, really, I don't know, I just don't see it.
But keep in mind, these people that are playing Call of Duty professionally have trained their, I don't want to say trained, right? Because they started off as just playing the game.
Right.
But they've been doing it their entire lives.
Practice. We talk about
that's
practice.
not necessarily true.
I mean,
Because
they've been playing games for pretty much their entire lives.
well,
While they're
that's
eating
okay, but
Cheetos.
More money
You
than
can
people
also
want.
pick up some game. Like I picked up Call of Duty, and 2 years later, I was one of the better players that I've played with
But you're
in a
not
long
on
time.
top. If you're not gonna be like any of the people making money after
No,
2
but
years.
that's why I had only played for 2 years, and if I
But
and if
okay,
I
if I
kept at it, I could
skateboarded
probably
for 2
compete.
years, I'm gonna be better than most of the kids picking up one at Walmart.
I
It's
would
the
hope.
same
No, I'm
At
talking
least I
about
would hope
was
so.
I was playing against people of similar caliber
I
level,
could go
as
to
well
a
as playing
skateboard.
on the game battles and stuff. I was playing against like some of the top people in game battles, which are recognized as very good players
Sure.
generally.
Sure.
And I was able to compete in that, and that's after 2 years of playing. I mean, although I did play games my entire life, it was on the computer. And let's be real, computer and a gaming system are way different. And it's just comparatively, I was able to pick it up and do so well so quickly. It's something that you absolutely cannot do with skateboarding, BMXing, snowboarding, anything in the X Games.
I mean, I disagree with that too, because you got to look at how many people have been really young and have competed in the X Games and only been skateboarding for 4 years because they were so young.
True. I mean, I'll give you that.
That's funny. I don't know, but that's where it comes in though. Like the difficulty level, like it's not. It doesn't. I don't care what you say. You're not going to even like say Tiger Woods, one of the best. Possibly in his career would be one of the best golfers of all time. Whatever, arguably. Whenever he was little, he had a golf club in his hand. Like there's pictures and video of him like at 2 and 3 having a golf club, and he started playing golf at that age. He's that good now because of that. Not only that, but because he was naturally skilled to play that game. Anyone, and I don't care who it is, anyone can learn how to play Call of Duty. Like,
But anyone can learn how to
can
play
learn
golf.
golf.
You need that distinct.
No.
Like there's something about professional
No, I can't
players.
learn
no,
golf.
absolutely
They're-
not. Absolutely not. It's absolutely 100% not true because
You can learn how to play golf.
you can learn how to play, but not at a professional level. You won't.
No, of
Not
course you
not
won't.
no. Not every
I've
single
never touched
person
a
is.
golf club in my life, and I could probably take a couple years and I'd learn.
You
it.
would not. You would definitely 100% not be on a
What?
professional level
No.
in
I
a
can-
couple
no.
years from playing golf.
I will tell you right now,
promise you.
100% that no one here would be at a professional level of playing golf if we started and picked it up and tried to do it for the rest of our lives. We'll never ever be there.
Exactly. That's
But
exactly
I can
my
also
point.
guarantee you that nobody in this call, no matter how much we played Call of Duty, would ever be as good as a professional Call of Duty player in competitive play. Never.
I think if I played as much as
I
they
don't
did
agree.
and kept playing and never stopped, I think I could.
Yeah, I don't agree. It's
I
a,
really-
it's a game that you could practice and literally get better at every time you played it.
Yeah,
If you
but-
played
but
8
you-
hours a day
But
and got
you
paid
get to a
to play,
certain point
yeah.
where your reflexes can't get any better, right? There's just a set level Eventually, your reflexes can't get any faster, right? Your brain might not work in the same way some other people's brains do as far as logic and decision making, split second decision making, learning to make the right decision at the exact right time when you should do it.
You and I both know that we've watched Call of Duty events and been like, wow, that play was really bad. I could play better than that. I have played better than that.
I mean, I've also watched the NFL and said the same thing.
Well,
that's just armchair quarterbacking, like where you're like, oh, I could make that throw, but in reality you'll never make that throw. That's armchair quarterback, and we've all done the armchair quarterbacking. Right.
I don't know. And the whole thing with sports, and I use golf as an example because I played golf, and I was on the golf team in high school, and I played hockey in high school, and it's like I went to the state championships of Pennsylvania for golf, right? And the kids there, like it was like I was the worst kid in the state. Like that's the way it felt, because those were the kids that were playing from the age of 2 and 3. And as much as I played and much as I practiced, and I thought that I was the best kid in my our district in my school, I went there and played against these people that were like the Tiger Woods of high school golf. And it's like, so wait a minute, if I've been playing and practicing this much, how am I ever going to be, you know what I mean? Like it's the level of skill that it takes for an actual sport and competition like that is so much, the gap is so much wider between people than it is on a professional gaming.
I honestly don't think it is. Like, you even look at a good team, right? Like Revenge, right? They place top 8. They're still going to get 9 times out of 10 destroyed by top 4 teams that place top 4 consistently.
Maybe.
It's that extra 1 or 2% that puts you into that next tier of play that most people just can never get up to.
That's something that I've witnessed on League of Legends, and I know Stark has been watching League of Legends as well. The LCS, which is a League Championship Series.
Championship. We got it.
And you watch these top teams, I don't know if anyone knows, but Team Solo Mid and Cloud9, they're like the 2 top teams for North America. And you watch them and you realize that they're just on that next tier above everyone. And they have the natural ability to be that good, whether it's the decision making or just the natural mechanics to understand and play the game. But to say that people would not be able to get up near their caliber is incorrect. And that has been proven by the amount of people that can play at their level or close to their level that circle in and out of the LCS regularly, and all the challenger teams, which is the top tier in League of Legends, has kind of shown up and played.
Right.
So
yeah, and like I said, those same people who can play on their same level, there's an absolute ton of skateboarders, I can guarantee you, that are near the same level as anybody in the X Games, but they'll never ever compete in the X Games. True. Because they're not on that level. They're not. And could they get up there? Possibly, if they've worked a little bit harder, if they tried a little bit harder. But you'll never know. All I'm saying is that I feel like playing Call of Duty at the level these people play is not as, physically demanding as being able to rollerblade really well on a ramp. But I think it's hard in its own respect. Like, I really do. I think that those people deserve just as much respect for what they do as someone else who rides a scooter in the X Games. Do they have scooters in the X Games yet? I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Heather. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit. I don't want to get it too muddled as far as like our differences in opinion, because obviously we have a difference of opinion as far as what the definition of the X game should be, or what should it contain, or whatever. That's fine. That's why we're on the show. That's why I have you guys here. But I would just like to kind of wrap it all up, and I don't know, sum it up by saying that I don't want to take anything away from the professional video game scene as it is, because again, I love watching Pro League of Legends. In the past, I've loved watching the Pro COD Championships and stuff like that. I know I had my own Call of Duty league last year. It was a ton of fun running. It was it was exciting and everything like that. I don't want to take anything away from that. I just don't, I can't in my right mind put it on the same pedestal as the X Games, as, you know, those athletes. And that's ultimately was my issue, that they're not so much competing at the same event, which I think is cool, but that they're getting the same recognition and commendation as the rest of the athletes that are there. And that's ultimately where I had the problem. And I know that you may not agree, and that's fine. I do thank you for all of your input in that discussion, and the people in the chat making the chat lively and yelling at each other, which is not always usual. But anyway, let's change gears. Let's shift gears here and go into talking about morals and people's standards, and whether it's subculture or whether it's upbringing and things like that. What makes you decide what's wrong and right, and what you think others do is wrong and right? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I have a question for Vince first, and then we're going to kind of go from there.
Oh, God.
As a kid, whenever you were raised, what told you what was wrong and right?
If my mom used my middle name, it was bad.
So you knew whatever you were doing at that moment was probably not good.
Generally, anything that could endanger me, or potentially, I don't know. I kind of always knew what was stupid. I kind of just knew, because if there was a chance of me getting hurt, I would just be like, nah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm not going to go do that. I was also the kid that didn't really, kind of avoided skateboarding and all that stuff because it just seemed too sketchy, I guess. Although I didn't know the word sketchy when I was younger. But I also did stupid stuff with my friends, because my friends like to convince me to do dumb stuff. But whenever I did something bad, my mom or my dad or a family member would let me know, and then I would pretty much avoid doing anything similar to that.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, Billy, what about you?
Where did I get my morals?
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto, mostly. No, I don't know. I got pretty loose morals.
I was gonna say, Billy don't have many.
Shit. Well,
I mean,
it's hard to say like where I got my moral. I just want to. There's certain things that I feel strongly about, right? Like if you're with somebody, like in a relationship, you should respect that person and value their trust and want that trust, right?
Right.
You should always try and treat your family right, and if you have kids, try and do more for your kids than your parents did for you. Other than that, I really don't care what happens. Like
I learned all of that from movies.
Pretty okay with murder. Like that's pretty much.
Wait, what?
Fine. No, I don't know, man. Like, there's just certain things that you just know are wrong and right that are like ingrained in your person. You know, like rape is bad, for instance. You just pretty much feel that when you're born. Well, you don't feel rape.
Just
Okay.
born, like this is not good.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Just kind of built up a repertoire of what I think is wrong and right.
Okay, so if coming from experience, basically, like you're seeing other people do it, seeing yourself do it, and if you're getting in trouble, you kind of. But my question, I think, goes a little deeper, and it's like it ultimately comes down to whenever you do something, inherently you know if it's wrong or right. Like inherently you do. It's not so much that you were told or you saw somebody else do it, but that we're born with conscience, right? So if you do something and it hurts somebody, you feel bad. Well, you should, at least. Not a lot of people have that anymore. But whenever you do something that you know is wrong, like inherently wrong, morally wrong, which is what we're talking about, you know it right away. You know it while you're doing it, maybe beforehand, during, whatever, immediately after. You know that it's wrong when you do it. But there's a switch that some people have and some people don't that cause them to continue with that in some occasions, but then also they'll be completely they'll be completely hypocritical, and then with other things they'll just completely ignore it, or they'll turn it on and they'll be like, oh, I don't do that, that's wrong, that kind of thing. So what makes you tick as far as deciding what you choose to be morally upstanding and then not even pay attention to it at all. Like, for instance, we had this discussion last week that downloading movies and music and stuff like that is A, wrong, and B, right. And I think that I don't care. I look at it, in the whole.
It's pretty wrong.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if you look at it from a law standpoint or a legal standpoint, you obviously see, well, these are the rules. This is what it should be. But then you look at it from, well, there's this, that, and the other thing, and you draw gray lines, and then we make our own excuses, and we do it. Some of us. Other people, like Billy, he says, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going to take a stand on that. That's fine. Right, Billy?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
I mean,
is it or is it not illegal to smoke marijuana in the state of Wisconsin?
oh, it's completely illegal.
It's illegal, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'm really confused on that right
So
now.
what?
What's going on?
I don't give a shit if people smoke weed. I think
But
that
it's
kids-
illegal.
okay, that's my
I think
point.
It's still illegal.
But it's
illegal.
illegal, right? It's illegal. Okay. But you don't care if people do it.
No,
That's
not one
good. Well,
bit.
But you were yelling at me last week for
well,
downloading
wait,
music.
Wait. Could I,
No, it's not a
Smoking-
crime thing for me. Like I don't.
it's a moral thing.
Legality doesn't make up what I think is right or wrong. I just think that when you're stealing music, you are literally taking money out of people's pockets. It's not the rich
And
people. It's
smoking
not.
weed. You don't mess with anyone
It's
else.
when you're stealing albums, you're not stealing money from the artist or from the label. You're making it so they're not going to spend as much money to make albums. So you're taking it away from the little guy who's trying to build up his reputation in the industry and become an engineer. Like that's where the money comes from, and that's why I don't like that shit.
Doing
Like,
marijuana
I
is
could
like
care less whether or not it was legal. They can make it completely legal, and I still think it would be shitty to steal shit.
Stealing is illegal or legal.
Yep.
Be a bad thing.
If there were no laws, right? Say zombie apocalypse happened, it would still be
people still
shitty
making
to steal
music?
shit from people. Like it just would. Like it's just a thing that's shitty. That being said, I would totally rob the fuck out of somebody.
See, okay, and that's kind of my question. Then that goes right back to the question. So, you, on one hand, you have a decision where you're like, this is, I don't care. It doesn't matter what your decision making is. You think that it's wrong to download movies and music, whatever. It doesn't matter where you think who you don't think who it's hurting or whether it's legal or not. You just don't think you should do it. So that's morally, you're like, that's shady. I wouldn't do it. But you don't care if someone smokes marijuana in a state that it's illegal. Right, and
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. It's whatever. That's your own prerogative. But you morally make that decision, right? You decide what if that hurts your conscience or whether it bothers you or not, and so you decide that. So what makes you decide between the two?
I don't know, man. I just think it's how you. I think deep down inside, what it comes down to is things that make the world or people's lives better are good, and things that make people's lives worse.
Me watching a
are
movie
bad.
makes it good though. Makes my life better.
Yeah, but this
How
is
is that not
about
a good
the people outside the world, the people outside of you.
Yeah, but it could make other people happy because I'm like, yo, this was a good movie, and then it makes their life happy, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, you're taking money from people who could use it to feed their families, which is probably more good than showing someone a new movie.
I
Honestly,
mean, they're
Vince,
can I chime in?
Vince, go ahead.
Yeah.
Honestly, wait, you're talking about torrenting, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I torrent. I do it.
A lot of people do.
You-
I do it on
Shun me
occasion.
if you want. Damn it.
This is
but I will
not,
not be shunned.
uh,
Literally, the difference between me torrenting something and not torrenting it is taking the time to borrow it from somebody else, rather than just
there's
torrenting
that
it.
too.
Right.
That's literally the difference. Is just me taking the time to go borrow it from somebody else, than just getting it right here and having it right here. That's literally the difference. Is I'm actually saving gas. See, I'm helping the world by torrenting.
Well, it
Maybe.
depends on how the electricity for your house is made, or for your area.
Well,
I mean, if it's
no, because-
nuclear power or solar power, it's pretty clean. But coal, that shit burns dirty, man.
But no matter what, he's got to use that.
You burn dirty.
to either torrent it or just to watch the DVD.
Oh, but ultimately, we're not getting to the core of my question, and that's what makes you decide what's wrong and right. Like, I'm not going to go down the street and shoot somebody just
it's
buddy.
the good Lord baby Jesus makes me decide. You happy, Stark?
No, that's not what I'm trying to get at.
That's what he wanted.
What I'm trying to get at is that you inherently have a conscience and you decide morally what's wrong and right. But we all have a different meter, a different conscious meter that tells us this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is definitely wrong, and then this is a little wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like
really
sex out in the public.
Some people think fighting is okay because it settles problems, and some don't. It's just how you grow up.
Is it how you grow up, or is it
exactly?
So like it has to do with your upbringing.
It depends
you were
on what
raised
you're fighting for.
See, you have a different one. Some people think it's just good to just fight over any problem. Some people think it's completely wrong.
But keep in mind, there's times where you fight for like maybe your problem is that you really want to fight somebody, so you go find the weakest person you can and fight them. That is definitely morally wrong to pick on someone who can't stand up.
Does that guy think that?
If they're willing to fight you, though, is it morally wrong?
If they're willing to fight you.
If they're willing to fight you, if they are more than happy to just knuckle up and go at it with you, is that morally wrong?
That's not morally wrong at all.
That's just stupid on their part.
Exactly. But
there's no way I'm going to fight Billy. I'm going to lose that shit.
Dude, I am so out of shape, you would probably
Never mind.
throw like 3 punches and be like, so I'm taking that, and I'll just lay down.
I tried giving you a little boost, Bill.
Then again, I am strong as... No, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think so. You're struggling to hold that can up right now.
I can curl this soda can, kind of.
Oh, man.
I don't know. It's so... Like, that's just the hardest... That might be one of the hardest questions to answer on the planet. Like, where do morals come from? It's a nature versus nurture thing. Like,
honestly, morals comes hugely from the laws.
Do you think if you were raised from with someone else, you would have the same morals, though? You wouldn't. You would have...
I don't know. Like, what if I was raised by, like, a Colombian drug lord? You know what I mean? Like...
Exactly.
Would I still think murder is good? Probably.
Like, oh my god. Okay. I actually watched the perfect movie for this. I watched American History X last night.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. Great film.
Yeah, so it's exactly like that. It's huge on your upbringing. I mean, Edward Norton Jr. was... I shouldn't... It's such an old movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, that's your problem.
Yeah,
I just watched it for the first time last night, too.
ThePirateBay.com.
But he was a product of his upbringing. It's exactly that. And he was also a product of the time period, because that was not exactly the best time to kind of commingle. So it is exactly as it shows. Is you can be a product of your upbringing, but you can also change how you are, and that he did exactly both of those things. So I guess it kind of works out like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, there, like you said, there are definitely certain things that, like racism, which, you know, is never good. Like, in the grand scheme of things, isn't good, right? But there are people who don't have a problem with it because that's how they're raised, which is a moral thing. But there's other morals that, I mean, I guess even though some people out there are like, oh, if he's black, I can murder him and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, that's how some people, like, you see in American History X, you think they gave a shit? Like,
right.
They really didn't. They didn't think that was morally wrong. So, I mean, are there really any morals?
See, I don't know. I don't know if I agree that they didn't think that it was morally wrong. I just think that they thought that they almost had the right or like the divine permission to override some morals, because like they definitely knew that it was wrong to kill people, because they obviously knew it was illegal. They obviously knew that the stuff that they did was illegal, so they shouldn't do it. But they just thought that they should be able to get away with it because of their skin color and position, whatever. Like, you obviously see the turnaround even in that movie, so you do know they have conscience and they have morals.
Yeah, I think it stems down to, like, deep down inside, right? Most people will think, like, those people probably thought that if they oppressed, you know, African Americans, that it made the world a better place. It all comes down to, if you think you're doing a good thing, it's good. If you think you're doing a bad thing, it's bad. I don't know who decides those things or when you decide those things in your life. That's all that it is. Like, there are definitely certain bad things that you can do, which would still be morally right. You know, like, oh man, this dolphin has dynamite strapped to it. It's going to blow up a city. Or I can kill the dolphin. You shouldn't kill dolphins. That's bad. But you saved a city, so it's morally right. I don't know where that came from at all. No clue. I think they used dolphins in some war, or they were going to do it. I don't know. But
What?
yeah, they were gonna
Using
strap like
some-
explosives and
Oh,
laser
my
beams to
God.
dolphins. or
Oh,
something.
laser beams. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That was World War II.
And
Okay.
and ultimately, this isn't about racism. I just want to throw that out there. This has nothing to do with racism.
But it's an easy. That's
This-
an easy example.
This is about morals and morality and
It's an easy
choosing
example to
what's between what's wrong and right.
point.
So the whole race thing, whatever, and that's also a funny like little quirk that there's a general perception that white people can't talk about racism because white people are the only ones that are racist, which is 100%
Where's my
not
White
true.
History Month?
There's
That's
100% not
right.
true.
I'll tell you, when I was little, people used to try and fight me because I was white. That is racist.
I went to legitimately an 80% black school, and I was
live in
where
Maryland,
I was the
so-
minority. There's
don't
no
think I've
race.
ever
I got
been- I was the
no
minority of
issues with race.
Go down to Baltimore City and you'll feel that way again, John. Relive all that past.
Yeah, I'm good. But anyway, so going back to it, ultimately, do you think that is it just our own like human meter, like we all have our own human like temperature gauge for morality and decision making, or do you think that it is 100% based on like how you are raised, where you grow up, and like your environment?
Of course, you learn things over time that you don't get taught. But if your parents teach you one thing, that's how you're probably going to grow up, like thinking that one thing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right.
It's hard to explain. It's definitely how you're raised. There's no way it's not.
I don't know. It's just a combination of all the things you've experienced throughout your life.
Okay.
That's what I think. Like it's just
That's generally where I wanted to get with that topic.
because
I just wanted
your
to kind of
parents can
discuss
teach
it.
you one thing is good, but if you realize along the way that thing isn't necessarily good, then your morals change. It's just experiences in general.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. All right. So I did want to kind of go over that. So it's an interesting topic to talk about. And again, I'm not really sure how we really ended up talking about racism, but that wasn't the idea.
Someone said it.
American History X.
Oh, that's right. Good
Well,
job,
yeah,
freaking Vince.
But
Good
it's like
job.
Morals
It was-
and racism is
Yeah.
and morals are very.
They are. They are.
Yeah, and it's an interesting way that it works too. How it can split off somebody's morals, especially during a time where like race was a big deal. How someone could find it immoral to beat a white man to death, but completely moral to beat a black man to death. Like
Yeah.
I don't see. It's weird how that sort of a thing works, but it's all society is what you experience your whole life, and then there's things that you're going to experience on your own that are going to make you change your mind on things, or you're going to meet people that'll change your minds, and eventually your morals will change.
Yeah.
Wait, Rob's Hispanic? Ban. Kidding.
Oh shit!
All right. So we're gonna move into our last part of the show. And that's our trivia part. Billy's gets to take over, and we're gonna to do the three-way trivia. But before that, just as a little announcement for those people that are still watching, if you haven't noticed, starting yesterday, I started using only GIFs in my tweets. It will be continuing all week from Monday to
God
Monday.
damn it!
And yeah, if you actually ask me a question, I can't
gonna
respond with text. I can't do it.
So
You
text
have
them at
you have to know.
714.
But you can DM with text.
I can DM with regular text, but I will not tweet. So right now, as like things are going through my mentions, and I really want to tweet back and explain or actually say words, I'm just gonna send you GIFs like the one that I sent Vince. That is a guy curling with eating a piece of cake.
That's the greatest GIF ever.
So that's all that I'm
GIF.
gonna do.
I like peanut butter.
But anyway, so if you want to participate in that, you can tweet me and see the kind of crazy GIFs that I'm going to send you because I'm trying to not use the same one twice all week, which is going to be hard. It's going
You
to be hard
sent
to
me
do.
the guy dancing with the awkward white guy dancing next to him, and I was like, that didn't answer my question at all.
I keep thinking
know.
that he's gonna like have all these tweets that can like answer questions based on what's happening in the tweet, or in the GIF, but he
I
never
can't.
does. It's just random.
No.
Doesn't make sense.
A lot of times I can do that, or like it'll be a facial expression that'll answer the tweet. But for the most part, I got to do some heavy duty searching to get a good GIF file to answer a question. Like it has to be real good. So it's hard.
You should just start making GIFs that just have like words that go across the screen in a sentence.
It doesn't have to be related. Like use a dog one and put SBKLive 9 o'clock. Just have that. That'd be great.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway, so let's get into the trivia real quick, and then we're gonna end the show off because
All right.
we've had enough.
Oh,
Hi,
God.
everybody. My name's Billy. Normally, I don't run the trivia, but I feel like I do a better job than John does on the trivia.
You're just mad because I never
So,
let you win. That's all.
Shots
I mean-
fired.
Who's going to
true.
win?
Well, definitely not me because
I'm
I'm
gonna
running it, so I'm still not going to win. But
Don't
this
worry,
is a
next
game
week you got
where the points don't matter, right? Nothing matters in this. But
Neither do
I put together a list here, right? I've got 5 categories: entertainment, science, history, technology,
Nice.
and literature, language, and all-around wordy stuff. Those
Oh
are
my
the 5
gosh.
categories.
Let's go.
We can go through. We're gonna go through each thing, one by one. There's 6 questions each, so a total of 30 questions, and 2 bonus questions at the end that are actually decide who wins the show because nothing matters.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
So we're gonna start off with entertainment.
All right.
Question number 1 for 1 point. What is the best-selling record of all time?
Oh, dear Lord. No Googling, by the way.
Thriller.
Thriller, correct. 1
Oh my
point.
God, I
Good
was
job.
gonna
I was
say
going to say that. I
that.
was going to say that. That's
Oh
good.
my God,
Good
I
job,
was
Vince.
too.
All right.
Good job,
What
Vince.
film made the term blockbuster popular to describe successful films?
Ghostbusters. Next question.
1 point lost to Fred.
Blockbuster. Oh, man.
I
That
could
had to be-
Google, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't do that. That's cheating. I'm back. We're going to go back all the
You guys
way.
can see me.
I'm going to have to say Blockbuster.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
What film made the term blockbuster popular to describe successful films?
Man.
Stark's older than me, so he has a better chance.
Yeah, but there's millions of movies.
As a hint, it was directed and I'm pretty sure produced by Steven Spielberg.
I was going to say E.T. Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Okay.
1 point gone from you.
That's okay. That's still a
Welcome
good
to
guess.
my world. Negative points, motherfucker.
I have no chance, so I'm not going to answer.
Staying at 0. Okay.
The
Wait, what?
answer
Stand at
is
0. I have 1.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
got
You
one,
did.
yeah.
You
You
did
guys
have
heard
one.
my answer. I tried giving it to you guys.
the correct
didn't.
answer is Jaws.
I said
Oh,
that.
that's a good.
Oh.
That's a
He
good
said
guess.
when he said Steven, whatever.
I said because I
Okay.
mean, okay, all right, fair enough.
I've
That's even
never
That's
seen
even
that.
older than I thought it was going to be.
I've never seen that movie.
Wow. All right. Where have you been living? Anyway,
Under a rock.
what man has won the most?
What the fuck?
Like most Oscars.
Can you tell us one movie that he's been in?
He hasn't really been in any movies.
So he's old.
Oh,
He is dead, actually.
Shit.
he wasn't in any movies, but he's dead.
No, he,
Well, his movies weren't
He
live
was,
action.
oh, he was a director, wasn't he? No.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Incorrect.
Darn.
You said his movies
wait,
weren't
it's-
live action.
True.
what's an Oscar? That's just.
That is an
that-
Academy Award.
Yeah.
That's for films.
Right.
Yeah, I know
Oh, by
that.
the way, you're at -2, John.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. I'm good.
I was
Remember, they
trying
don't
to-
matter.
Not live action. So what? Animation?
Mm,
Disney?
maybe.
Oh,
No, not-
oh
is it-
shit. I think I.
The correct
Disney.
answer is Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Damn, I saw Billy's
Ah,
He's got
Congrats,
22 Oscars.
Wow.
Jesus.
And like
thought
47
Oscars
nominations.
had to
You said he
be-
never appeared in anything. I was like, oh, he's a director or something.
The producer, tech, an executive
Well,
producer.
I said or something.
And an animator.
Well, then when he said not live action, that points to animation.
Yeah.
Has to be animation. Unless
What
there's
was
another.
question for 1 point?
Okay.
What was the first popular American film to show a toilet flushing on screen?
I don't know.
Wow.
I know the first one to show a live fart. On,
Give him a point for that.
Yeah, one point for you. You're at 2 points.
You didn't even say it.
it's Blazing Saddles.
No. He gets the point for just bringing up that awesome topic.
Flushing toilet.
Flushing toilet.
I don't know.
Nobody,
I'm not
huh?
even gonna-
It's probably a lot older than me.
Oh, I need to. You're not going to lose a point if you get this one wrong. I just need some answers to just be blurted out. It's an old film. It's in black and white.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Way
like
older than me.
Casablanca or that wasn't black and white.
Psycho. No, I'm just kidding.
Psycho is the correct
Wow,
answer.
that's awesome.
What?
That is
Psycho,
awesome.
1960.
What?
3 points for Vince. I like that 3, not 3 for him.
AJ
What
said
was-
psych on chat. Take them away. Take the points away.
Oh, I didn't. even
AJ,
look.
you're at -1 points.
Wait, you got that right.
Well, he said it in the chat. All right, that's how I run things. What was the name of Mark Wahlberg's hip hop group?
Oh,
Son of a.
oh, I know this one. No, I don't. I don't know it, but I don't know. It's,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yes, 1
Oh,
point.
damn it.
Is now -1. A bonus point to whoever can tell me what the name of their hit song was.
Oh shoot.
I don't know that.
Oh no, don't. I do know this. He had the. Oh shoot. It was good vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Yes. Heck yeah.
That
Wow,
song is
that's
so terrible.
Way too old for me.
It's in the '90s, man.
Yeah,
Isn't that
19
Yeah,
fair?
way too old for me.
How
I was
old are
born
you,
in
Vince?
'93, man. All right.
Yeah, I was born in '94. This ain't fair.
Well, everybody knows that. It's on the internet, all right?
I'm not allowed to use the internet.
Yeah, I'm not.
Marky
So,
Mark and the Funky
Going
Bunch.
going to what's probably too old for any of us. What was the first music video played on MTV?
What the hell?
TV killed. No, radio killed the something star. I don't know.
Did Radio
I'm close
killed the
to it.
video
I'll
star.
give it to you. It's
Radio
video
killed-
killed the
That's it.
radio.
There you
star.
go.
I'll give
John
you
didn't
that.
even get it. John had it back. I couldn't think of it, but I
Yes,
knew that.
that was the first one.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to our second category here, science, and every question here will be worth 2 points. Yes, sir.
Woo-wee.
None
All
of
right.
us are gonna.
First question. In Albert Einstein's equation, E = mc squared, what does the C stand for?
Fuck.
Equals, I'm just- oh my gosh.
I don't even know what any of them stands
Energy
for except for the
equals-
equals and square.
Mass
E,
time-
e stands for energy.
Right. Energy equals mass times. Oh my goodness.
I can't think of it.
Now that I'm on the spot with these questions, now
You
I
just-
can't get
Just
anything.
you can put it together. What was the big thing that he always talked about when it came to the theory of relativity?
Energy equals mass times
Oh man,
all,
how
I,
right.
all I can.
Light.
no.
Yes,
That
it
it?
is. It is light. C stands for constant, which is the speed of
Of
light.
light. Ah,
Damn
nice.
it.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
the entire time it was running through my brain as combustion, and I could not get that
I was
out
thinking.
of my head.
I was thinking.
I was at first
Energy
circumference,
equals
so.
Jeez.
Energy equals mass times combustion squared.
Does AJ get a point for his?
Uh,
See
what
these
is-
nuts?
nuts.
yes, you get your point back. All right. This is an easy one. Someone should get this right
Okay.
right away. What is the most abundant element in the universe?
Oxygen.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. John, you lose a point.
Okay.
Freddie, you get a
That's
point.
good. Good job. I mean, I guess.
I let John go first and everything because I heard the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. What is Newton's third law of motion?
Something in action has to stay in action.
Incorrect. You lose a point.
I was close.
I thought he loses 2 points. Don't we lose 2 points for these?
Oh yeah, you lose 2 points. That's right. It's a 2-point question.
Shit.
Points don't matter. You lose
Third.
10.
Well, Newton's first law is
Object in motion will stay in motion.
Oh, was that it?
That
is
the
it equal
first-
and opposite reaction?
Yes, the third
Yeah.
law of motion is for
I thought-
every
I
action.
wasn't
there's
sure if
an
that was the
equal
second.
and opposite reaction.
Reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was the second.
What's the second, Billy? For 2
I
points.
don't know. Good question. It's I think it's something not in motion.
Something
rest,
that
so it's an
that has to do with motion.
by
I
outside
mean,
force.
it's something about motion.
Okay, God damn it,
That's
I'm
what I
looking it
said
up.
then.
Whoa! Someone's mic went crazy.
Sorry.
Probably
What?
Pertains to the behavior of objects for which all existing objects are not balanced. Second law states that the acceleration of an object is dependent upon 2 variables: the net force acting upon the object and the mass of the object.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's a stationary object that won't move until something else moves it, basically. I don't know
Bam.
how-
Science, bitch. Okay.
All right. What is an event horizon?
What?
An event horizon?
Yes.
An event?
Usually pertains to black holes. I'll say that.
Well, that's the
The how?
countdown. It's the countdown for whenever it would actually implode. right? You're talking about a star imploding into a black hole?
No, I'm talking about a black hole.
Oh, the black hole itself. Oh.
Wait, what's the question?
What is the event horizon?
Something.
Yep, no idea.
How
I
far
don't
we
do-
can see something? How far we can't see something? No.
You know,
In space?
I will give you a point or 2 points for that answer, but I'm looking for something a little bit more specific.
I'm gonna look it up then. I'm not gonna answer.
I just thought it was a time frame. It had to do
Yeah,
with the.
I'm not answering, but
All right.
I want to.
The event horizon is the point around any object, but usually black holes, where the gravity is so great light can no longer escape.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
which
That has anything to do with the movie Event Horizon?
I don't know, haven't seen it, but probably. You could have also said a popular film that no one's heard of.
I mean,
That I
I
have.
thought about it.
I would have given you a point. No,
black holes or black hose?
black holes.
Because I know
knows a
quite
little bit about
the
both.
second one.
What are the 3 atoms that make up a molecule of ozone?
Oh, come on. Why couldn't you say water?
That I was gonna do water, but then I was like, that's too
This
easy.
is way too easy. I don't know this.
Although
one.
I'll say it. What are the 3 molecules that make up a molecule of water? 3 atoms that make up water.
Hydrogen and 2 oxygens.
Oh,
Or it's two
incorrect.
two
You
hydrogens.
lose 2
Hydrogens.
points.
It's 2
Yeah.
hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Sorry, I said it backwards.
H2O.
Yeah, it's 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen.
But what makes up ozone?
Oxygen and carbon
Oxygen.
dioxide.
No, it's just oxygen.
But how many?
Oh,
It's 2 carbon
Screw
and
that.
2 carbon and 1
You're
oxygen.
wrong. First off, because there's no carbon.
Carbon dioxide.
There's no carbon. it's
Ozone
only
is not
oxygen.
carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is
Um,
carbon dioxide.
Yeah, but I thought that was
You know what the actual name of it is besides ozone?
C2O. No,
Ozone?
God.
I'll tell you.
I was looking at the chat.
Can I just
Anybody
take a
want-
random number guess?
Take a guess. Take a stab.
Can I take 2 guesses?
What?
Feel free.
Why do
3
you
or
get
4?
2?
It's 3. The correct answer is 3.
Three atoms of
Oh.
oxygen.
Ozone is
Ozone.
O3, and the oxygen you breathe is O2.
C3PO.
Correct.
Nice. Okay.
2 points to Vince.
Nice.
All right.
I like that answer.
I feel like I get smarter every day with these.
Everyone has to give one answer for this question. It's a true or false. True or false, the oceans and the atmosphere are both fluids.
You said
What the fuck?
The ocean and the atmosphere are both
fluids?
fluids. True.
Hold on. Say it again.
The oceans and the atmosphere are both considered fluids.
True. I say true.
I'll say true.
I'm gonna say false to be different.
The correct answer is true.
Thank you.
They are considered fluids.
It was how you said it. I think that gave it away. No one knew that for sure.
Uh,
I mean,
well,
What do
I
you
did
say?
because I googled it.
So let me ask you a question.
Wait.
What color
What's up?
does diamond dust make?
black.
Oh, clearly it's colorless stuff, ready? And actually, I think it would be whatever color the diamond was. If it's a black diamond, it would be black. I don't care. It's not that. This isn't the same show. All right. Now we're moving on to our 3rd category. We're 3 points per question. The
Ooh.
category is history.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Should just stuck with entertainment.
Are you going?
Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Who
Come on.
was the 3rd president of the United States?
The what?
Adams.
President? The third
The
president?
3rd
Adams.
president. Sorry, John, you lose 3
Is
points.
that 4? He's the 4th.
Wait,
Who did you say?
dude, I'm so bad with presidents.
John, who'd you say?
I said Adams, but he's the 4th. It's Washington.
Nope.
It's Washington, Jefferson. Or did
I
skip
literally
one?
have no chance on some of these.
No, I think you're wrong, John.
Bob, what?
I think King David is correct. It is Michael Jackson.
Oh, yep. That's 3 points to King David.
Adams was 4th.
He was actually the first king in the United States. The king of pop.
Ah.
Hold on. Okay, you know what? I'll just give it a shot. Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. 3 points to you. Thomas Jefferson was the 2nd president of the United
You
States.
said 3rd.
Oh, did I say
Is it-
3rd? Oh, it is 3rd. Yeah, it was him. It was 3rd, not 2nd, 3rd. Adams is the 2nd.
You were
Right?
cool.
John Adams?
No.
Yeah, you said no.
No.
Thomas Jefferson is the 3rd president of the United States of America. Google it. It was the right answer.
I don't even know.
I know
I'm
John
just,
was wrong with
I'm
Jefferson.
just taking guesses.
I didn't
I'm
say
getting
Jefferson.
Washington,
frustrated.
Adams, Jefferson, Madison. Bam, done.
Okay.
Yes.
You said
Third.
Jefferson was
Third.
second.
No, at the end.
When
that
John,
was-
when
but
John
the
was
question
listing
answer.
them. That's
Right.
what
Yeah, I
you're
thought
good.
Adams
Go.
was third, but yeah, never mind.
How many manned space missions have landed on the moon?
4.
2.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
I meant 1, but
Say
Hold
3.
on.
Also incorrect.
Say
Wow.
3. Say
Hope you're
3.
tallying these points.
no,
3.
they don't matter.
Say 3. You're searching Google. Just say 3. Save you some time.
I don't even know.
Say 3.
We already guessed all the numbers. It's going to be lower than 4, but
5.
higher than 2.
6.
The correct answer is 6.
Wow.
What the fuck?
3 points.
Vince,
Pivot.
this is a random answers that's being thrown out, and he's getting them.
Dude, I feel awesome.
How many attempts were there to land on the moon?
12. Okay.
8.
7.
Oh.
I was
What
gonna
happened to
say,
the
wasn't
7th?
The, wasn't,
Apollo 13 didn't land.
Oh.
It had to swing around.
Yeah.
This is you guys aren't going to get this one right. What year was the Republic of
anyway.
Ireland founded?
1957.
No.
Way too late.
1857.
1843.
You're too late.
1757.
Vince, you want to take a stab at it?
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Just say
What
say
year
18.
was Ireland founded?
Just say 1896.
It's in the 1900s.
No, then don't say that.
1927.
No.
Does it end with a 7?
1914.
It ends with a 6. It's 1916.
Oh.
Okay, well, if
You all
if
get
if I
3
had-
points for playing my game because I knew you
if I
wouldn't
had
get that
waited
answer
2
anyway.
minutes, if I
Ales?
literally waited 2 seconds, and you had said it ended with a 6, I would have just guessed 1916.
Yeah, would have been correct. Rob, you get 3 points for saying it was founded in anals.
Billy likes to give out points like I do.
Who
Not to
is
you.
the city of Alexandria in Egypt named after?
Alexandria.
Alexander the Great.
Correct. Alexander the Great.
Pretty much.
Everyone seems to be
Got
great
John.
back then. It was weird. There's Alexandria.
3 points for me.
Yes, 3 points to Jan. And yes. Who is credited as the inventor of the cotton gin?
Eli Whitney.
Correct. 3 points to Jan.
I wonder why John knew that one.
Because I'm racist.
How many people have died in outer space?
In outer space?
0.
None.
Incorrect and incorrect.
Oh, man.
What?
7.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 3, and it was the crew of the Soyuz 11.
I said I didn't think that they made... Oh, they made that was different. Yeah, okay.
And now we're moving on to technology. John, you should shine here because I'm pretty sure you know some stuff about technology.
I hopefully do.
Odds
I
are,
think
though,
Mike
that I'm
knows.
going to stump you with these questions.
Probably.
So, question number 1. Worth 4 points apiece, or however many you want to count, because the points don't matter.
Okay.
And what year was the iPod released?
The what?
The iPod
Oh,
released.
the first one.
2007.
No.
Incorrect.
2003.
Incorrect.
No, it was...
Shit.
2001.
No, it would have been...
Look at his face. He didn't say incorrect.
2002.
It's 2000.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 2001.
Nice.
Ready? You
When
don't
was
lose
the
any
iPod
points.
Touch?
The
that
iPod Touch was
2007?
2006, 7. one of those.
7. That's what I was thinking about. I don't know why I said.
Good job. 2001. I was okay.
I told you that.
Question number 2. Most electronics have a PCB. What does PCB stand for?
Power. Oh shit.
PC.
Piece
PCB.
of shit.
Power
crap
control board?
Box.
wait, what did you say, Vince?
Piece of
That's
crap
a-
board?
Piece of shit crap board. That
That is incorrect.
was close.
Yes, you were.
Was John
It
right?
does end with board.
Personal computer board.
It's not a power control board?
It is not.
Oh.
See, I started saying that, but it's wrong.
PCB.
It's a
Yes.
circuit. But that's all I know. I don't know what the
Personal
P stands
circuit
for.
board.
No.
The correct answer is printed circuit board.
Okay.
Hey,
Close.
we were close.
That's a 2.
You were. 10 points to everyone.
This
Good for
GIF.
John.
This
For
GIF.
free.
That's still
What
my
the
answer.
crap did I just find? Oh my gosh.
What?
Look at the GIF
Um,
that I just posted in the chat.
All right. A
What
similar
is that?
question. What does CPU stand for?
What the crap
Computer
is that?
processing unit.
Damn.
Incorrect.
Wait, what is it? What did you say? I missed the question. I'm
Circuit
sorry.
He said computer processing unit.
I
And
think
what-
I got 2 of them.
It's central.
It is central processing unit. Freddie, 50 points for you.
I didn't even get to hear the question. I was too busy posting
because you're
the
too
GIF.
busy laughing at a command kicking fish.
All right, you guys you gotta be on you gotta pony up and be ready for this one.
All right, I'm
has
ready.
For this. What is the best-selling video game console of all time?
360.
360.
Oh my God, incorrect.
Darn. It's the Nintendo.
I want to say the PS2.
The correct answer is PlayStation 2.
Doggone it.
50 points for Vince.
Nice. 50
What?
points. That's crazy.
It's still on sale.
Yeah,
It
that's
might have
true.
surprised
That
you.
is true.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
sense.
not for-
Makes sense.
John, this is right up your alley. What
Okay.
company made the first handheld cell phone?
Samsung.
What company?
Incorrect,
Nokia.
Freddie?
Nokia.
Sprint.
The correct answer is Motorola.
Really? Before
Screw you, Motorola. It was
before
Nokia.
Nokia? I don't know about
Assholes.
all that.
It
Dude,
is.
he saw it on Google. Come on now.
Yeah, that has to be right.
No. I saw this on Wikipedia. Okay.
Oh, definitely has to be right.
True. There are 8 bits in a byte. How many nibbles are there in a byte?
How many nibbles?
Wait, say that again? What?
There are 8 bits in a byte.
16.
How many nibbles are there in a byte?
16.
16, yeah.
It is not 16.
Oh, that's
8?
That's too bad.
Incorrect.
4.
There are 8 bits in a byte. How could there be 8 nibbles in a byte?
4. 4 nibbles.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
nibbles.
You are
32.
losing 100 points.
32.
It's not 2, 3,
It's
4,
2. The
5,
correct answer
6?
is 2. Freddie, you gained 1,000 points.
Doggone
God
it.
Of course, it's not gonna be one nibble, like or whatever.
And that's
That wouldn't
serious,
make
by the
sense.
way. A nibble is a thing.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever. I don't know what it is.
There's also a crumb,
Crumb.
Crumb.
A crumb.
which I think is 4 or 5. I don't know. The next grouping of questions here is literature, language, and all-around
Okay, I'll
wordies.
see you guys in about 10 minutes.
Freddie, this is good for you because you were in high school more recently than these guys were, and the first one is about a book that you probably read in high school.
Probably not. I didn't read it.
Well, you probably were supposed to read it.
Okay, what's the...
Who wrote the novel To Kill a Mockingbird?
Oh, shit.
I did read that actually.
Yeah, I read that too.
To Kill a Mockingbird was written by...
This shit's so easy.
I might actually have it. We were supposed to read it, but I don't think I read the full thing.
Hold on, To Kill a Mockingbird. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue too.
I keep thinking of the main character, and that's not the person that wrote it.
John C. Riley.
Incorrect.
Wait a minute.
Close.
That's the guy from Step Brothers.
He's like, no, I meant Michael C. Hall. That's the guy from Dexter.
To Kill
I
a
don't know.
Mockingbird. Oh my gosh.
Can we just hear the answer?
No, hold on.
John, you're googling it. I can see you.
I'm not.
Hands, please.
I'm posting gifs.
Yeah, I
It's
don't-
no. It was his name started with a
Well, it's
With
not
an
a
H.
guy.
wasn't it?
No.
No.
What does his name start with, John?
Harper. Wasn't it Harper? Isn't that a dude?
Harper is the correct first name. What is the correct
Harper
last-
Lee.
Harper Lee, yes.
Damn.
Isn't that a dude?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a woman.
Oh,
Let's find out.
well, I was wrong.
That's a chick. That is an old.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an old lady.
All right,
She has a
well, at
ball
least
hair
I got the
pattern.
name right. I just thought it was a girl.
You
Oh,
got it correct. You said Harper Lee, so that's how many? We're on the
50
fifth
points?
section,
Yeah,
so
the
that's
100 points.
50,000
5 points,
points.
that's-
Yes,
50,000.
I'm back.
All right. The next question is, and this pertains to punctuation. What is an interrobang?
What the fuck?
And in Terabang,
That's when a white
Yes.
person and a black person do it.
Whoa.
That's an interracial bang.
That was close. See? And Tara.
50,000 points for you for sex jokes.
and in Terabang.
Yes.
Oh. Oh man.
I want to look this up.
I hear someone. Yeah.
That's me. I'm not gonna answer.
Hold up.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, I know what it is. It's from that. It's two of them put together. Explanation point. And,
Oh
question.
yeah.
Yes, that is correct. It is an exclamation point with a question mark. Freddie, 5 points for you.
I don't get 50,000.
Nope. And these are only worth 5. Why would you get 50,000? Did you get that silly idea? All right. If you guys don't get this one right, right away, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. The question is, how many letters are there in the alphabet?
26.
26.
Bam, said it first.
You did.
31.
26.
The correct answer was 26.
Shit.
50,000
Minus
points
50,000.
to John and 5 points for Freddie.
Yes.
Damn. This is the
Like
guy
a
that only
boss.
takes points off of you.
Yeah, I know, and I need to make him feel good about himself. So when he runs trivia again, I get the points.
I'm next
See?
week.
He's
man.
smart.
I get it
There's-
next week, right? That's the
Okay.
plan.
Focus. This is a long one.
Okay.
All right, I'm
okay.
ready.
Oh god.
The sentence, "Go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog," is an example of what?
Oh,
This
it's
is an example of.
Sentence being
onomatopoeia.
backwards.
Yeah,
and
forwards and backwards. I don't know what that's called.
But
though.
what is
That's
that?
not an
called?
onomatopoeia.
I know.
Oh my
Onomatopoeia
God,
is a
it's
word.
I know what it's called, but I can't think of it. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's not onomatopoeia because that's like
It starts with a P.
metaphor, a penis.
A metaphor? I said it starts with a P, and you said
no,
a
look,
metaphor.
you gotta look at the chat.
I said onomatopoeia.
Wait, no, it does. Yeah, it starts with a P. Palindrome?
Yeah,
A
that's it.
palindrome.
That's it.
50,000 points for Vince.
50,000.
All right.
You know what that means? That's over 9,000.
It is over 9,000. The next question is, what is over 9,000? The points you just get.
Oh.
And 50,000 points for me. Joke was absolutely god awful.
Okay.
Anyway, 5. What is the longest word with only one vowel?
Onomatopoeia.
What?
That has like 500 vowels.
So I would urge you to rethink that answer.
Longest word with one.
How many? Can you say how many letters it has?
It's probably got like 14.
It's got,
or
it's
something.
got 9 letters.
Jesus Christ. It's got to have an SK in it, like or a CH.
It starts with ST and ends in HS.
What? Dot.
Ugh, everybody just give me an answer now.
Wait, what is it?
I have no idea.
Hold up.
Google it for all I care.
You're a
It's-
Google.
You're
I'm
you.
actually I'm about to go into a
Strength.
league game, so I'm like
Ooh,
stuff for that.
ask them. They probably
Strengths.
know. The correct answer is strengths. Longest word with only one vowel.
Strength.
Oh, shit, that's-
Damn.
That is. That's
You guys
a
need
good
to just
one.
put it in
it's
like
used so
WordPad
often,
or
too,
something.
yeah, we have no idea.
Put it in WordPad
Alright.
and just put a
The,
random vowel.
the
in.
last regular game question, worth 5 points in literature, language, and all-around wordy stuff.
Let's go.
6. What is the name of the and sign?
Ampersand.
Yeah, I was saying, isn't it ampersand?
The correct answer is ampersand. 50,000 points for Vince.
Yay.
Anyway,
I knew that
We're
as well.
going out of the regular game questions, so none of those even matter anymore. We're on to the bonus question, where
I guess we
go.
can just say I got 50,000.
there's 2 questions, and they're worth 50 billion points
Yes.
One's
50
worth
billion.
Yes.
1 billion.
each. Unless it's for Freddy, then it's just 50 points. I'm kidding. That's 50 billion all around. There's 2 questions. Let's start with the second one first, because if you don't get this one right, which most of you probably won't, then you have an attempt to Google the answer for the second one.
No Googling.
So the first bonus question, who was the 22nd president of the United States, and who was the 24th president of the United States?
That's stupid. Next question.
22nd and 24th. Would have been
Calvin Coolidge.
George Bush and George W. Bush. I don't know.
Incorrect. I will give you a hint. It is one person.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh.
It's the guy that got like. Oh God.
His last name is the same as a city.
Annapolis. Bam. Okay. Next question. I don't know.
Freddie, try harder, bud.
Jackson?
I'm sorry.
Nope. The correct answer is Grover Cleveland.
Grover
50 billion
Cleveland.
points lost for everybody.
Yes. I'm
Shit.
50
Except
billion
for
in
me.
the hole. All right.
Grover.
All right. And so now, the final question, and you can Google this all you want.
No.
Get your fingers ready. Or no, try not to Google it at first. We're going to go for a minute,
Yeah.
and if nobody gets
Yeah.
it right, which you won't, then you can Google it. So it's not really worth it.
Which you won't. Wow.
Wow. Them some questions.
And this right now is worth 51 billion points, because right now everybody's already in the whole 50 billion points.
That's true.
So if nobody gets it right,
We'll probably just
then
get 1
everybody's the
billion.
same scores, so it don't matter.
Damn. Okay. Let's see.
Yes. So this will be 1 billion whatever.
Here we
The
go.
question is, LASER, LASER, is an acronym for what?
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember what an acronym is. My brain's my
When
brain's
the letters mean a
cutting out.
different word.
The letters. are-
LOL is laugh out loud.
Latent sound emission response. What the heck is it?
Laser.
Okay, googling it.
Light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
I used it, John. He said it first. 51 billion.
Yes. All
Billy.
right.
And once again, because the points don't matter, Vince wins. Thank you for Woo! You did fantastic. You actually answered more questions right than anybody else.
Yep, you did
because,
good.
Well, you're smarter than they are.
I think David wins from loser are zebras eat restums. Restums.
Did you mean rectums?
No, he means restums.
That hasn't even showed up in my chat yet.
All right, I'm taking the show back over. Thank you, Billy, for being our
Hold
host
up.
for trivia. Thank you, Vince, for playing and coming on the show, even though you're going to get made fun of by all your friends because you're friends with people that like Call of
King
Duty.
Chins.
And
Oh, I don't care. I usually play.
anyway, yeah. So thank you for coming on. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully,
No,
maybe
he
in the
did mean
future.
rectum.
Hopefully you'll want to come back on some point in the future. We can have a good time, talk about some other stuff. Thank you, Billy, for hosting the trivia. Thank you, Freddie,
As
for
long as
playing.
Billy's not here, then I'll come back.
Cool. Wow. Actually, he left. He's gone.
Oh my god! Now
Who?
I can't actually say I was joking.
Billy, he just pieced. He was like, "I'm out. I'm done."
Who
Billy.
left?
No,
Billy's
What?
here.
I know.
Billy
I was
never
just,
left.
I was just making
What's
fun.
going
of him.
on?
Nothing. I'm ending the show. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for everyone in the chat.
Twitch.tv/Judensky, please.
We're gonna go have some good times, just doing some other
Suck
things.
brick
You
kid.
can get
And as
down.
usual, Freddie.
Suck brick kid.
Thanks,
Oh
guys.
shit! How do you say it in Spanish? I forgot.
I will
El
see ya.
Camino.
El Camino.